Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Shadows Over Loathing. We are in the Dolphin House today, in the swamp, and it's... I don't know exactly, we're supposed to find 11 padlocks. I don't know if there's something we can do here, or if not, I guess we'll find out. But I'm expecting it to be a fairly largish area of, like, puzzle solving. No padlocks on the dinner table. That's both a rule and an observation. What's this? We're in the kitchen. There's something cooking. The oven is full of gross, steamy swamp worms. Ugh. In Pepperidge's father's house, there are many drawers. Rattle through them. We got a dire corn holder. What does this do? Deals your muscle plus 6 physical damage and heals you through that. I mean, if we were a muscle class, that would be awesome. Junk mail, match. Oh, and a padlock. There we go. Let's try the sink now. What about the sink? Oh, we're fishing. Here we go. Nasty old leftovers. Well, I'm going to fish 3 times, just on the off chance there's a lock. I think if it goes more than 3, there probably isn't. A bit of wet potato, okay. Chunk of mouldy onion, okay. Did it say it looks like we've got everything? Yeah, I think it did. Okay, one of these old fridges that people sometimes got locked into accidentally and asphyxiated. Oh wait, that's still all fridges these days. Maybe that's why it's padlocked. Unlock it. Got a recovered padlock. The fridge is empty of both expired food and expired hide-and-seekers. You do find a key, inexplicably frozen to a block of ice though. I wonder if we can do that in the oven. Oops. No. The humidity has turned most of these dry goods into stale goods. We get a can of fruit cocktail. Padlock here, obviously. Enough fine china to feed an army, if only you could get past the padlock, and if you were in command of the world's hoity-toityest military. A fancy serving cart. Investigate. It's one of those serving carts they use in posh hotels, and in posh manor houses apparently, with a big silver platter covered with a dome-shaped lid, just the right size to hide a severed head, or a roast of some kind. Let's look under. You cautiously reach out and grip the handle, then take a deep breath. Slowly you lift the lid, tilting your head to peek underneath. Oh, it's empty. Oh well. A fancy store-bought radio. This is open. The basement of this swamp house is predictably completely flooded. You'll need some kind of breathing apparatus if you want to go down there. Padlock? This door is padlocked. Farnsworth Dauphin died of natural causes. Goldilocks Dauphin died of natural causes. Oh, he did say no one died of any violent or unusual circumstances. Beasley Dauphin died of natural causes. Hortense Dauphin died of natural causes. Mopey Dauphin died of natural causes. And Calpurnia Dauphin died of natural causes. This couch faces the wall. It must have been the Dauphin family's punishment couch. What about here? Oh, maybe we can dissolve the frozen key. Here we go. This bathtub is full of steaming blood! Oh no, wait, the red is just light coming through a stained glass rose hanging in the bathroom window. That doesn't really explain why the water's still hot, though. Drop in the frozen key, we have a Dauphin padlock key, cold. I'm going to fish in here again, we're going to do it 3 times, just in case there's a key or a padlock of something in there. Glob of wet hair. Nasty goo. Glob of wet hair. Okay. Padlock. We're going to lock it with the cold key. This medicine cabinet is securely locked. Maybe it's full of deadly poisons. We got activated charcoal briquette. It's a restorative thing. Birchwood's finest tooth waxes potion. Increase moxie by 1. Meh. Splash some water on our face. Oh, we lost wind knocked out of us. That's good. That was a nasty one. We'll do that again. Flush the toilet. Oh, it doesn't work. Maybe there's something wrong in the tank. Check it out. Oh, we got another key. Stuck to our float valve hinge flange. Cool. Okay. There's obviously a couple more padlocks here. Unlock this one. Ooh. Can't be there. Got a spittoon. Oh, it's a planter. Understood. Go in the room. We're out of padlocks now. Nothing hiding underneath the bed except dust. A shelf full of books about sports. The titles are all too boring for me to even tell you what they are. Wardrobes were very important in old houses like this that didn't have built-in closets to keep skeletons in. Check inside. Work pants. Oh, coat hanger. We needed a wire coat hanger for something, didn't we? Oh, what did I need it for? It was in the last episode, I think. I can't remember. Oh well, I'm sure it'll come up. Okay. I mean, that's fine. I do quite like the pants I'm wearing, though. I've got fireproof, warm, electrified, riveted Ciabatta's pants, which is mysticality, physical armour, hot armour, cold armour, and 1 TP. I can add that to a pair of pants, though, and I can add 1 more physical armour. We'll think about it. I've invested quite a lot in these Ciabatta's pants. Check under the pillow. We got a Dauphin padlock key shiny. Is it for this? The nightstand has 1 empty drawer and 1 locked drawer. An eerie, ghostly sound is coming from inside it. The toy box is disappointingly empty. Not even a BB gun or a creepy doll. Maybe the doll's hiding elsewhere. Nothing here. Door is padlocked. We can unlock this one, though. Let's have a look. Fancy nightstand. Search it. Junk mail match and a disappointing Dauphin key. Okay. Oh, jewellery box. Open it. Oh, portquoise earrings. Amethyst earrings regenerate another 3 AP per round. That's an accessory, though. I mean, they all are. I quite like the accessory we've got at the moment. And a ring. Your summoned Emmental elementals will be more powerful. That's interesting. What ring am I wearing currently? 5 extra XP from fights. I am summoning our elemental quite a lot, though, so let's take that. What did the bleeding ring do? Or jagged ring. When you apply bleeding, apply 2 extra. Okay, fair enough. What's this? Cedar chest is locked and easily big enough to hide a skeleton or even a whole body. A fancy vanity, which appeals to your pedestrian vanity. Look through the drawers. We got Radium Rouge. It's a potion. Mysticality and Moxie by 1. Alright. Okay, well, we have another key now, so maybe we'll try this door. There we go. How many padlocks do we actually have now? We got 6. We're supposed to find 11. You assume that Dauphin was superstitious enough to not store any padlocks on the east side of his attic. That's how you probably get family curses. Lots of boxes, but none of them say padlocks on them, and you're not motivated to search them otherwise. Who knows what grisly things you might find. This workbench is strewn with bits and gizmos and bits of gizmos. Amongst all that, you find what looks like a miniature radio carved from driftwood. A radio small enough to carry? Amazing! Maybe if you listen to it periodically, it'll warn you about any nearby monsters that are actually manifestations of your repressed traumas. Or maybe it'll just give you the baseball scores. It is a quest item. Interesting. I don't think we've found a need for that yet. Ooh, I'm actually carrying it. Can I use it? Weird. Ooh. It made a noise. So I've been in all these rooms, haven't I? I think there's small locks in there, though. I don't know what the radio's for. Do anything with this radio? No. Alright, well, I mean, clearly we can't finish this yet. I mean, at the very least, we need breathing apparatus to get in the cellar. But I think we've got a few padlocks, obviously. Maybe we'll have to come back here later. Something out here. Door's padlocked. This was it. It was the car. Jimmy opened the car. Ah. You unlock the car, destroying the hangar in the process. You search the car. It's empty except for the glove box, which turns out to actually be a key box. The key inside is not the key to this car, and if you have a sense of humour like mine, you'll agree that this is a real shame. Unlock this door. Click! You pop the lock off and the door unlatches with an ominous into the garage. A workbench covered with tools, all rusted past the point of usefulness, even as bludgeons. Old Dauphin never got sick of tyres. These cinder blocks are totally waterlogged. Wait a second. We've got glowing ooze. That's good. Some say that the most powerful tool is a padlock. It's really more the opposite of a tool, though, because it obstructs rather than facilitates what you're trying to do. So we have 7 now. 4 more. We're definitely going to need to get in that waterlogged basement, if I had to guess. Maybe like a snorkel or oxygen tank or something of that nature. Alright. Oh, there's still places we haven't been yet. Haven't been to the Gatorman Fortress. I'm going to go back to the Leather Brothers because we can give them the Moonshiner's cabin. I'm just... yeah, we'll go to that another time, but I want to just finish off this quest to give him his gator hides. In a jar with those gator hides. Hope you ain't hiding them from me. I got the hides you needed. John chuckles inappropriately. Need? Got news for you. Don't need them. You keep them. That was just a test. Wanted to see if I could trust you with the real work. Seems I can. Ready for some real hunting? It was a test. I think I should get paid. Paid for a test? You're all mixed up, mate. Oh, he's English, isn't he? The test is to get paid work. Oh, fine. Truth is, I've got no need for 5 gator hides. My ambitions are far bigger. You met Paul. You know he's mute. I'm working to build him a leather tongue. So what do you need for that? 10 gator hides. Alright, I can do that. Great, my brother will be thrilled. How many have I got? I've got quite a few, I think. More than 5, anyway. I've got 8. Okay. Right, fine. I'm gonna... oh, Moonshiner's Shack. Let's go there. A spot of colour in this drab swamp catches your eye, and you find a pile of withered orange husks in front of a shallow cave. This must be the lair of the Chupanranya. Fortunately, it isn't home right now, or maybe since you aren't an orange, it wouldn't be dangerous to you anyway? That almost certainly isn't true. I'm going to set my trap. I don't think it's going to be good enough. You set your trap and hide behind a nearby bush to wait for your prey. After a while, you start to get very bored and remember that people who hunt with traps don't typically sit and wait for the prey to show up. Instead, they leave and come back later. That's kind of the whole point of animal traps. What's this? The rotten stunt is crawling with worms, and all the worms are crawling within it. It's a ramshackle cabin, or maybe a ram cabin shack. That's pretty empty. A couple of soggy bedrolls. It's full of ashes, but they're cold. Seems like no one's been in for a while. Rusty old fire-powered still. You're pretty sure these aren't meant to be operated indoors. There's nothing in this jarro. Ooh, spare tyre leaning against the wall. Investigate. The tread pattern on this tyre identifies it as a Lincoln, which sounds like an impressive piece of deduction, but honestly the top hat and beard are a dead giveaway. Yeah, okay. Whoever was here last must have left in a hurry. There's still a poker game in progress. Investigate. You draw cards until you beat all the hands that were left on the table and collect your ones. 22 meat, not to be sniffed at. Gabby's a bucket here. Oh no, we came out of the shack. This pot has been demoted from soup to chamber. Bill. Fairly pointless location, truth be told. Oh, there's a chaotic mass of animal tracks leading in all directions. Let's take a closer look. You identify several sets of tracks leading away from the cabin. Hey, one of them matches the tread pattern of that spare tyre you found. We're going to follow the tyre tracks then. You follow the tyre tracks until you lose track of them in the water near a partially submerged cave. Alright, let's check it out. No fishing. Disobey! Stick it to the man. A brown muck eel. One more. Nasty goo. Sneaking through the swamp. Ooh, one of those things I can reach inside. We got a shadow salad, which is a food. Mysticality by 1 and the damage of your magical weapon attacks by 5, which is pretty awesome. Ford truck fitted with Lincoln tyres. That's a little ominous. Got some moonshiners and some gatormen. Alright, let's talk to the moonshiners. A couple of shady looking characters furtively skulking in this cave. Hi?
Hi?
Hello. Who are you guys?
We're the Schlitz brothers. I'm Clem and...
Shut up, Clem. You might be a proey.
Oh, I ain't Clem.
And I ain't Jarvis. Relax, guys. I'm not a prohibition agent, I'm just passing through. My name's Boring.
Phew, well that's a relief.
Sure is. Good to meet you, Boring. What are you two doing in this weird cave?
Got ourselves in a right predicament is what we done.
What happened?
Well, me and Jarvis been brewing up homemade hooch to sell. Been stashing it in the back of this here cave.
But we got wind that the prohies was on our tail, so we figured we'd better cheese it. Pull the old 23 skidoo, you know? Come to find a pack of them mean lizard varmints have got into the hooch and they won't give it back.
We was thinking we'd just take the loss and blow, but we hit another snag.
What kind of snag?
I went and locked the keys in the truck.
Still don't get why why did you go and do a full thing like that for?
I told you, it ain't like I went and did it on purpose or nothing.
See what I can do. What's this shiny thing here? This part of the cave wall is shiny. Okay. Oh well. These gatormen have gotten into the Schlitz brothers' stash of hooch. They're popping the bottle caps off with their teeth, guzzling down the contents and just generally having too much of a good time to take notice of you while we're going to approach them. They growl at you menacingly, plainly too sozzled to just jump up and attack you. On the other hand, if you get too near their booze, that could change in an instant. Well, we can bewitch them, as we do. Say, are you guys just drinking that stuff straight?
Drink booze, so?
Well, cocktail crafting isn't my specific wheelhouse, but I know a couple of recipes. I could mix you up some drinks that would go down smoother than the pure ethanol you're drinking now.
Taste good?
Yes. Mixed drinks. Great, I think I have all the ingredients here for what I call a Mickey Thin that I'm sure you'll enjoy. A dash of bitters, a splash of orange juice, and a light dusting of soporific toadstool spores later. The gatormen are snoring loudly on the floor. Nice. Grab the hooch. Don't think there's anything else back there. Don't know what the shiny bit of wall's about. I dealt with the gators. You can get your hooch, at least what's left of it. You hand over the case you picked up. Oh well, hey, that's great news. Thanks, fella. We'll get to loading the truck in a jiffy. What are we going to do about these keys? Oh, see, I need another coat hanger for this, whereas the one I used is all used up. So we'll have to come back later if we find another one. Alright. I'm going to wander and see if we can find that wisp again. Gabby has found some mushrooms with bright red spores and is picking them.
Oh!
Gabby, I think those are poisonous.
No, yes, very poison you. But Gabby doesn't know about poison yet.
Before you can object to this, Gabby crams the toadstools into her mouth and eats them.
There, this is opposite of delicious. But Gabby knows about poisons now, so that's worth a while.
Ooh, she can also cure poison now. That's kind of cool. You spot a shadow orb hovering around and decide to follow it deeper into the swamp. That might seem like a bad plan, considering the old stories about people following will-o'-wisps and becoming lost in the swamps forever. But a will-o'-the-wisp is a floating ball of light, and this is the opposite of that, so logically this is actually a very good plan. Except for how it leads you right into a group of tentacly shadow monsters. Alright, we're going to have to fight them. Oh wow, they haven't got very much HP, have they? Let's do a couple of my sleaze things then. Is there more to this fight than this? Because this is going to be over pretty quick. Okay. Fine. Ooh, crash site. You catch a whiff of burnt rubber and see a column of smoke drifting into the sky nearby. As you get closer to the site, you see that a small airplane has crashed into the mud, or perhaps splattered or glorped into the mud. Let's investigate. What's going on there? This is the most diagonal plane you've ever encountered. It's a grumpy-looking pilot. Talk to her. Seems like you've got kind of a problem here.
Ah, you think? Yeah, 3 kinds of problems I got if you don't count the headache. My plane being stuck ass downward in this swamp is just the most obvious one.
Anything I can help with? My name's Boring, by the way.
Rhonda Rasmussen, hi. And yeah, if you got some time on your hands, you can bet your buns I can use it.
What happened?
I was looking to be the first to fly a plane all the way around the swamp in one go, see. Nearly made it too, but first to fly nearly all the way around the swamp won't be making any newspaper headlines. Now look at what I got. Plane half buried in the muck, tainted fuel, and even if I get those sorted out, there ain't enough runway here to get me flying again.
What's wrong with your fuel?
When I landed, the fuel tank got full of swamp water, which I don't know how well versed you are in the chemistry of aircraft fuel, but not good for it? Not good for it. So I siphoned the tank dry, figuring it wouldn't be that a big a deal since I got a can of backup fuel.
Oh, let me guess, that's full of water too.
Ain't nothing so bad that it can't be a little worse.
Maybe fixed somehow?
Well, technically, yeah. It just needs to have the water distilled out of it. I don't have anything like that kind of equipment, though.
Maybe we need a still, huh? Maybe I can dig something up.
That'd be great. Any basic distillation setup should do the trick. It ain't rocket science, just airplane science. That's a much slower kind of science. Here's the can.
See what I can do. Your plane seems real stuck.
Oh yeah, you noticed, huh?
Yeah, it's sticking up out of the ground there.
Right, yep, it sure is.
The way Rhonda's staring at you starts to make you a little uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else, shall we? What's involved in building a runway?
With enough tar and macadam, I could slap down a quick and dirty runway. Dirtier than quick for certain, but it'd be good enough to get me out of here. And I've got plenty of tar, but
Where did you get that barrel of tar, anyway?
no, that's a funny story. But anyway, I need a load of macadam to go with it.
What's macadam?
It's like gravel for fuss budgets. For my purposes, I need a load of rocks exactly 3 centimeters across.
That isn't in many rocks.
Each individual rock is 3 centimeters across, not the whole load together.
Oh, I could look for some rocks that size.
Well, that'd be great. Come to think of it, I believe I passed an old quarry on my way down. Didn't get a close look because I was kind of distracted, but I can mark it on your map for you.
Okay, I'll take a look. Right, okay. Well, let's head back to the Moonshiner's shack. Because I think we might be able to use the... okay, this is the swamp smell of the wisps. Let's follow at a safe distance. This time I'm going to fight the gator men. Didn't do very much damage to the smell of the wisp. What have we got? It's only 12 out of 13 HP. It's weak against hot damage. So I feel like we should do some hot damage to it. Right, let's do some sleaze damage around. Should take care of the wisp. So these gators, we can do 8, 10 to that guy. I'll do that. What about this guy? That's only 5 too. Let's get our guy up. I've got 1 AP left. I think I'm going to hit him again. And I'm going to attack this guy. So I can do 23. He's got 28. This one's got 25. Ooh, so no automatic kill here. That's going to kill Gabby, so I think I'll punch him out with the elemental. Gabby can cure... He tends to bite cheesing. Oh, that's my guy. He's actually poisoned, so let's unpoison those guys. Me again. I think I'll probably hot damage this guy again. Quite a big hit. And then we'll wallop this one. And that should be it. We've got the thing for the clubhouse. Not bad. Right, let's try this. Distill the wet fuel. You light the fire and run the still for long enough to fix the fuel, but not quite long enough to cause your own death from smoke inhalation. We got distilled plain fuel. Hello. There's a few things we're looking for still. I'm going to leave the Gatorman Fortress till the end, I think, but we could try the Feldman Quarry. Despite anything... Despite anything the map might have to say about it, you've managed to wander back to the spot where you set that trap for the Chupa Naranja. Peering through the bushes, you discover that your trap has indeed trapped... something. It kind of looks like a giant toad with a tentacle face covered in boils that might also be eyes. You have no idea what a Chupa Naranja looks like, but this seems to be about as likely as anything you were imagining. The presumed Chupa Naranja seems pretty annoyed about being caught in your trap. Approach it. You carefully sneak up on the Chupanaranya. Since it's both distracted by the trap and also unable to turn around, you manage to take it completely unawares. It struggles futilely as you grab it in a headlock and slice off one of its nostrils. The creature roars in pain and anger, but by the time it manages to thrash its way out of the trap, you're already completely the heck out of there. Whew! Okay, can we stop? Because I actually want to go back to the monster shack now. We found everything. Let's do it now. Because they give us bonuses to our accessory. Sorry, I can't do anything about that. Right, so we can finish off this one.
Hi, did you find the smell of the wisp?
I sure did. But please don't open the jar while I'm in the room.
That bad, huh? I wonder if it's gotten stronger since I met it. Well, anyway, thanks for your help.
You hand over the nose trumpet she lent you and the jar of foulness you collected. The kid takes your sash, pins another badge to it, and hands it back to you. I think she gave us 20% to meat drops. So that's alright. XP, look. Wow, we got 400. I haven't checked this for a long time. Alright, well, let's get the maximum AP one. And I've got another 200, haven't I? So, right, it's not telling me that I have. I've got 237. There we go. So I could. I'm going to try this constantly damage enemies one. You radiate both strength and an ever-present powerful cloud of cheese smell. Sounds pretty good. And get our muscle up as well. We're getting quite a lot of muscle checks. It might be nice if we've actually been able to make some of those. Got 3 now. But we've got 2 curses on us that are lowering both these scores by 1. So that would be 5. We're getting towards the point where we can do some of these strength checks, I think. But anyway, let's talk to this guy. Hey, I caught that Chupanaranya you were after. It looked pretty fierce, but the trap did the job. Wow, that's great. Now we have real proof why there aren't any oranges in the swamp. Sure. Anyway, here's its nostril. Neat! I'll wear it as a ring. Okay. Anyway, don't go near that part of the swamp for a while. It was real mad. +5 to maximum HP. So this is a really nice accessory now they've done all that. Thanks. Cool, we've already stroked the cat. It accepted us as one of its own previously. So that was well worth the trip. We're going to go then to Feldman's Quarry. Ooh. A geyser of swamp gas erupts nearby with a loud sound and a brownish yellow cloud. It is the bog of eternal stench. I won't bother trying to describe the smell, but I'm sure you can imagine it for yourself. A large swarm of stink bugs quickly arrive and start zooming around inside the gas cloud. It's unclear if they're attracted by the smell or if they're refilling their stink bags or what. But when that cloud dissipates, you're probably going to have a lot of unwanted attention. Let's throw a match at it. A scented candle might be more appropriate, but a match will have to do. Vroom! The swamp gas ignites in a bright green ball of flame, and the stink bugs comet away, doing impressions of very short-lived fireflies. Cool. Right, we're back here, so what can we do here? A dump truck sits beneath the chute, patiently awaiting the day of its dump. Who's this? This rock is wearing sunglasses. This rock has an X painted on it for some reason. And this is one of those things. Reach inside, Shadow Pickle! Yeah. Moxie. Yeah, maybe we need to go back to that hobo camp and just ask around again. There might be a few more we can do. Alright, let's try reload. Slabs of rock feed into the machine. Crush! Oh, crush! You hear some now grinding and crunching sounds. 6.63. She wanted 3 centimetres. That's 1 1/4 inches. Okay, so let's pound it. 2.34. Can I change the units? 6 centimetres. Let's try polish. Can we polish again? Can't polish something that's already smooth. Can I pound it again? Yeah. Let's try reload. Crush! Oh. Crush! Crush twice. Crush! Oh, it's 5 centimetres now. Pound? Oh man. So 52. crush kind of divides it by just over 3. What about if I pound it? Can I crush it again? Polish it, that's not right. Alright, let's try pound to 41. Crush. Need to get it to 4. This one might do it. No. I think it might be pound, crush, crush. There we go, and a polish. And we're done. Alright, let's take it. Really? You don't even know who this truck belongs to? Yes, really. You're just going to steal it. You know that's a crime, right? I'll bring it back. Well, you promise? Yes, I promise. Sheesh. I don't know, that didn't sound very sincere. Oh, come on. Look, I'm just not willing to be an accessory to dump truck theft. I said I'd bring it back. Alright, well, if you don't, it's on your head, not mine. Who are you, my mum? Right, we'll give her the fuel as well. Got your fuel cleaned up?
No Shinola? Well, if there was any in there, I think I got it out. Let's have a look.
She opens the can, pours a little into a wine glass, and swirls it around while peering at it closely.
Well, look at that. No legs at all.
Oh, jeez, did I mess it up?
No, that's a good thing. It means you got rid of all the water. I don't see any dirt in here either. Nice work. Thanks.
I got your macadam, madame.
Say, those are some good-looking rocks. Nice find. Okay, give me a hand spreading these out and tarring them up.
The two of you spend some time setting up a makeshift runway. It's hard, dirty work, but it beats dealing with fairies and fishmen and the rest of the bonkers nonsense you've been getting up to.
Good, that'll do nicely. Well, nice is maybe over-complimenting it, but it's good enough.
Great. Your plane seems real stuck. Okay, well, I can't work it out to hell, but let's have another look at the plane. Consider our options. You consider all the possible ways in which you might extract this plane from its current state of diagonality. Interesting. Well, we're going to use mysticality, obviously. You close your eyes and reach out with your feelings. Then you cause your feelings to magically coalesce into a giant hand made of pure energy, which easily plucks the plane from the mire, while also avoiding being a super dumb and anachronistic pop culture reference, which is interesting because yesterday I watched Empire Strikes Back with my 9-year-old and she loved it. But it's that scene, it's exactly the scene where they pull the X-Wing from the swamp. How random. Cool. How's about that, Rhonda?
Hi.
I got your plane unstuck.
I saw. That was a hell of a trick, I gotta say. I'm duly impressed.
Oh, shucks.
She's still caked in mud and weeds and all, but I guess that comes with the territory, in a real literal sense. Nothing a little elbow grease can't correct, plus maybe a little regular aircraft grease. I guess you're all set then? Looks like it. Got my plane, fuel, and runway all sorted out. Thanks a ton. Couldn't have done it without you. You know, you could have a career in aviation if you ever decide to give up. What do?
I'd rather not attempt to explain it.
Gotcha. Well, I've had jobs like that. Well, I haven't got any meat in hand for your time, but here, let me give you this spare flight helmet as a souvenir.
Oh, it's not as good as my MAGA.
Oh, neat, thanks. You earned it, pal. Keep her flying.
Good luck. There she goes. Maybe we should take the dump truck back. Drive it back. Go on. We did what we said. The dump truck is back where it belongs, thanks to your integrity and civic-mindedness. Alright, actually, I'm going to have a quick look at my to-do list. This is all SIT stuff. We should go back to the hamlet, because it's still kind of saying we need to do that. Found 7 of the locks. Need some more gator hides. What's this other notes information? My personal notes. Alright, well, blah, blah, blah. I probably could have... I can probably make custom notes, which I didn't realise until now. We'll go back to the hamlet. I've obviously missed something there. I could do that if I hadn't been cursed twice. I'm looking for information about Tom. The only thing I didn't do was go in here. I fought a couple of swarms of flies. I kind of assume... Wait a minute. There's that fridge thing, isn't there? I've done nothing wrong. Crowbar plus 5 muscle. Okay. I reckon that's the clue. The treehouse. A portly man in a white linen suit, sitting in a wicker chair in a flat-bottomed boat, is being fanned by 2 large bats as he poles his craft through the murky swamp water.
I say, pardon me, young man, but might I prevail upon you to lend me some navigatory assistance? I consider myself a man with a sense of direction, but I must admit this bayou has got me turned right round.
Well, to start with, you're way too far west to call this swamp a bayou.
Well, now, I may be just a simple country Dracula, but I'd have thought you could tell the difference between a bayou and some damned Yankee swamp. Have I really missed Louisville by that much?
I'm afraid so.
Well, tarnation, I'll never make it to the Derby at this rate, and I was looking forward to that mint julep. Reckon I'll just have to make do with her. Oh, is your name Mary by any chance?
No, it's boring.
Bloody boring? Oh, well, any port in a storm, says the poet said.
Let's help him out, as we've got the mysticality for it. How about instead of drinking me, you let me put a couple of navigation and velocity spells on your boat? You could still make it to the Derby in time for last call.
Well, now, son, if you could accomplish that, I'd be right indebted to you.
You cast a charm on his boat to create a strong water current beneath it, and he zips away with a
yeehaw!
Navigation spells, on the other hand, are clearly not your thing. And anyway, you haven't got any idea how to get to Kentucky from here. That will probably be less of a problem for him than the fact he's now travelling on running water, though. Nice. Yeah, 7 moxie or 7 muscle, so I think... Are we at 6 moxie now? Oh no, we've got 5 moxie. Okay. If we get decursed anyway, we won't be able to do that. I'm going to go back to Ocean City. And I'm going to go into the hardware store and see if I can buy a crowbar. What's for sale? Ooh, work gloves, what does that do? Meh. Sharpening stone, they're always good. For 10 I'll add those. I think I've got a couple of these already. Fuse would be good. Let's buy both of those, because we always need that sort of stuff. Got one of these already. No crowbar, though. Never mind. Can I make a crowbar? Probably not. It's just for combat items, isn't it? Physical art. These are all accessories, aren't they? Yeah, I think my accessories are better, actually. Can I do anything? Probably not, because I'm cursed, but can I do anything else about these locks? I can unlock Methapon. The Labyrinth of Methapon is not so difficult, really, once you spend some time with it. You visualize its rooms and corridors, making a mental map of which paths bring you to dead ends and which to success. The key turns decisively in the lock, and the cast iron head of Methapon gives you a little wink. Alright, well, I won't be able to do the rest yet. Can I get to the boardwalk from here? I can. We'll go to the hobo camp. Actually, let's do the hobo camp now. You round a street corner and encounter a woman in a welding mask using tightly focused magical fire to cut the fenders off a parked car. Hey, that isn't... Well, I'm pretty sure that isn't your car. There's a polite cough behind you and you turn around to see a woman in oil-stained coveralls casually spinning a grease gun around one finger.
Is this your car?
No.
And it ain't your business neither. So maybe we should teach you a little lesson about minding your business.
You just said it isn't mine. Right, we're going to bewitch her. Listen, you gals are going about this all wrong. You'll get much more usable parts off this jalopy if you take it back to your garage first, instead of trying to strip it back quick and dirty on the street before a cop shows up.
Huh? Well, yeah, we usually do, but Hotwire Nancy's visiting her ma today.
Good thing you met me then. You two go on ahead and get your tools ready, and I'll get the car there for you.
What are you gonna do about it?
A little the old hocus pocus. You waggle your fingers and a hubcap floats off the car and does a lazy orbit around your head. I'll just hover it there. It's no big thing. Used to do this for Uncle Mickey all the time whenever he'd flip his tractor over.
Huh. Well,
Finish the trick. Her grease gun sails out of her grasp and joins the hubcap spinning around your head. The two of them blink at you, then shrug at each other.
all right, we'll go and unlock the garage door. Don't take all day.
You manage to wait until they're out of sight before dropping the hubcap and grease gun. And panting heavily. Whew, suckers. Right, well I've definitely spoken to him. Oh, okay, we'll wake people up. Grub. Got a few more in here, so we'll talk to the gator.
Hello.
Oh, hi, I see you found the place.
Yes, thanks, camp. Good. People nice.
Glad to hear it. By the way, my name's Boring.
Hello, Boring. Name Agamemnon.
Ask about hobo code. Learned any new hobo code?
Yes, I share.
He teaches use of symbols, mainly concerned with hunting and dentistry. Very nice. Maybe the hat girl? Ah. Hello again, nice hat.
Hi, thanks for helping me before. I didn't even get your name. I'm Calendula Crabtree.
Oh, I'm Boring Dad.
I'm afraid I can't pay you back yet. We don't really have anything to make decent booze out of. At the moment, I'm just using random kitchen scraps and weeds, and I can't serve you that in good conscience or good ethics.
Oh, don't worry about it. Tell us about the hobo code, though.
Oh, sure. Say the booze-related glyphs. Some say the booze-related glyphs are the most useful ones.
Cool. What about Piano Man? Yeah. Mossman might be able to help. Clyde Mossman. Hi, Clyde. I can't remember his voice.
Oh, hey, Boring, right? Thanks for pointing me to this place. It's pretty great. Everyone's real friendly like.
Nice. You aren't missing the solitude of the swamp.
Nope. Turns out that's less important to me than just being able to sit still and not do much. I've been helping out by growing herbs for the kitchen here.
Tell me about the hobo code.
Sure, I picked up a couple of signs. Here's the one for keep off the grass.
Thanks. Well, this is worth it. I've already got 3. Able to find any work? I can't treat me. Mumble, 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 mumble. Mumble, mumble, mumble. I think I've already spoken to him about it. Yeah. I've done Dusty, I think. Done that one. This dude. Talk to Letters McCabe. No, that's fine. I don't think there was any quests related to him there. That's the king. Veronica? Have we done it with Veronica? I like your hat. Yeah, that's fine. Right, what about the king of the hobos? Oh, hey.
No, Boring. You get around a lot, right?
In what sense exactly?
You go lots of places.
Oh, yes.
Do you think you might be in the vicinity of the Seaside Institute of Technology anytime soon? I have a small delivery I need someone to make. Okay. I've received word that a hobo out there has come into possession of a number of old dorm room beds, and we could certainly make use of them. Could you locate the man and give him this invitation?
Sure, we'll keep an eye out. So about those secret plans?
You have been somewhat helpful to us. I suppose I can admit to you that this encampment is but a stepping stone on the path to my true goal. I have my eyes set on a much loftier target.
Oh, intriguing. What is it?
I'm afraid I cannot say any more.
Oh. Alright, I'm going to go to the boardwalk, because there's stuff to do. I've got loads of hats now, so I can get quite a lot of meat, I think, just from wearing different hats at the photographers. A thin, nervous-looking man in a suit stops you.
Excuse me, sir. Do you fear for your safety in this dangerous city full of hoodlums and criminals?
I carry 3 spare changes of underwear, and I've already used 1 today.
Friend, I think I have a much more convenient solution to your problems.
Oh, I see. Okay, what are you selling? He holds up a small case and opens it, displaying a selection of the tiniest pistols you've ever seen.
Derringers, with one of these up your sleeve, in your sock, or wherever you can think to hide it. Personal self-defense is right at your fingertips.
Huh. Are concealed pistols legal in the state?
What? Probably. Sure.
How much?
Yours for only 30 meat.
Nah.
All right, well, if you get murdered, don't come crying to me, unless it's to buy a Derringer.
Can we get on the fortune teller's tent? 50 meat. Okay, we're going to do a reading.
The first card tells us about where you've been.
She draws a card, which she drops on the floor. She draws another card. This is the, nasty, executive.
Okay, it's the nasty executive. What does it mean? She raises an eyebrow at you.
This implies a piece of unfinished business in your history involving a church.
That doesn't sound familiar.
The second card represents here and now.
She slowly flips over a card.
Ah, the restless labourer.
You sure? She raises an eyebrow at you.
This card means that you're currently sitting in a chair.
Oh, that's incredible. How do the cards know that?
The last card tells the future.
She licks her thumb and grabs the top card from the deck.
Oh, this one is the staid retailer.
Huh, the staid retailer. And what does the staid retailer mean? She flips through a little book.
In your future, I see either wealth or poverty, depending on your choices.
I'll look forward to it. Consider what just happened. Spend a few moments thinking about the tarot reading. Take your leave. Alright, have I done the chef's hat? Maybe.
Hey, welcome back, baby. Let me see that hat you're wearing. What is that, a clammy taped up comfy chef's hat? Perfect, I love it. Click, here's your meat, baby. Spend it in good health and come back soon, okay? Okay.
Right, hats. Gonna try to wear our leather aviator helmet. I'm not going to do all the dialogue because it's the same each time, I think. Taped up giant maggot. It's pulsing. Alright, what else have we got? Intimidating Stetson's probably new. Okay. Uncursed Fedora. Oh, he's got that one, has he? Okay, well that's a nice selection. I like the maggot one. Alright, go back to my chef's hat for now. Not much about him. I'll do the game stuff. +3 all stats and 10 meat, okay. You aim the dart while winding up your arm for the hammer swing and squinting at the proprietor. Well, you look about 38, but pop! Bang! You reek of cigarette smoke, so I'm going to say 34.
Nicely done, right on the money. Here's your prize, some fancy new beach shoes.
He takes a pair of clogs out from under the counter and hands them to you. Crab clogs. Hooray! Oh, we've got to try those. Well, yeah, maybe we can walk like a crab for a while. See what's for sale in the first aid. It's all healing. It's probably all healing stuff, isn't it? Ooh. Yeah. All right. I'll take that. We can fish off the end of a long pier. Fish in a sack. Harvey Wallbanger. Okay. Well, let's have a look at that new skill. +50 XP? Yeah, okay. Probably lose the book. So we can heal someone for 15 HP now, which is pretty good. And we got 89 XP now. I could buy the muscle and hot armor. I think I will, actually. So our muscle now is 4. But it should be 6. Which is actually pretty decent for the checks. Alright, cool. Okay. Let's actually go and do the SIT quest. I want to go to Ovid's shop, maybe? An SIT student wearing a bulky overcoat flags you down as you're crossing the street. Honig! Hello.
Do you find yourself in need of a fuse this fine day?
Yes? You start to lie to the guy, but when you open your mouth, a fuse falls out. He narrows his eyes at you and walks away. We've had that one before. Right, this is the guy we're going to give the message to. It's Royal Summons.
Hey there, fella. Can I interest you in some quality merchandise?
What kind of merchandise?
I don't know. Just some stuff I found. Have a look, see if any of it catches your eye.
See what he's selling. He might have something useful to us. The razor blades add bleed to a weapon, so I'm going to buy all 3 of those, actually.
A lot of this stuff is stuff I've sold in gymnast shoes. Yeah, a lot of the other stuff is stuff I've sold to him. However, I can add bleed to my weapons, so we'll definitely be doing that. So now if we add bleed, apply 2 extra, I might add that now that I can do bleed with my weapon. So now we're doing 4 bleed, which is pretty nice. Okay, let's give him the royal summons. Hobo King requests your presence.
Come again?
There's a hobo camp just outside of Ocean City, and the guy in charge heard you're rich in beds. He asked me to give you this official summons.
Oh, hey, that sounds like a good idea. Can't use more than 1 or 2 of these myself anyway. I'll head on out there, thanks.
No worries. I think we should wonder, there's 2 things definitely that should be here that we haven't discovered yet. Fishman... fight the Fishman. We'll do this. Oh wow, another couple of these and we've probably got rid of them. Slapping trout. It's a muscle weapon. I will memorize those. Got some XP.
Oh, look, robot drinks.
Gabby points out an elaborate contraption nearby. It takes you a second to recognize it, but it turns out to be a meat-operated soda cooler, which some enterprising SIT student has modified with robot arms, a receipt printer, and a light-up panel of statistical information. Plus, there's a cable running out of it into a nearby payphone for some reason. Gabby pushes some meat into the slot and claps her hands excitedly as the displays beep and flash. Robot arms whir into action, opening the cooler lid and handing Gabby 2 bottles of soda. So it just opens the lid. I think we've done that one before. Pork soda is quite useful. Okay, we're going to leave. We're going to go back to... It's a bit moist, I suppose. I guess we're going to do the Gatorman Fortress. What do you take to be a giant bleeding tooth jutting out of a tree stump? Turns out to be one of those mushrooms that just looks like a giant bleeding tooth. Got hematic ichor. Another one of those orbs. Shadow clarinet. Reduce all of an enemy's stats by 13. Interesting. These Gatormen aren't doing enough damage to each other for it to seem like a real fight. Either they're just sparring, or this is how Gatorman arguments work. Either way, they aren't paying any attention to you. Ambush them. You carefully sneak up behind the Gatormen, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Then you step on a screaming eel, one of the more aptly named forms of wildlife endemic to this area.
Human trespasser, sound alarm. Hey, 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 alarm, kill human.
A couple of other Gatormen rush out, not wanting to miss the chance to kill a human. Oof. What happened to them? Oh, it's my cheese thing, isn't it? That's right. Alright, well, let's start off with some sleaze. I'm going to summon my elemental. What else shall I do? How much hot damage can we do to one of them? So that's 5, 14, 10, 8. Well, we'll do the 14, obviously. He's got 11 now. We'll do another one. I'll kill him. So this one I can do 23 damage. So he would be dead. So this one... I'm going to raise my friend's stats. And we're going to deal 8 hit damage to it. I think we'll hit this guy actually. He can do 16, so he can almost kill this guy. I guess we'll do that. And if it's Gabby next, he can finish. No. Okay, yep. So maybe she'll just hit him. Wow. Oh, and he's dead. You won! Who said a frontal assault on an enemy fortress was a bad strategy? Sun Tzu shows what he knew. Weed Lord Fetish, Gator Punch, 98 meat, all very good stuff. So look on around down the outside. I don't think there'll be anything else here. No. Filthy pipe must lead inside, presumably to the bathroom part of inside if the smell is any indication. Well, I don't have the stench armor, unfortunately. There's a forge over here. A forge for the hammering on terrible gator metals. Let's do these guys first. This bunch of gatormen... Wait, what's the collective noun for gatormen? A cruelty? A depravity? Butthole? Well, anyway, this bunch of gatormen are so shocked or so drunk to see a human stroll in their front door, they haven't attacked you yet. Fight them. Take a whiff of this. Alright, so I think the hot damage is good for this guy. Oh, it only deals 8 to this one. 5, 10 to this one. I could kill him with a weapon attack now. Guess I'll hit them all for 3. Some of my cheese gone. Let's pump up my allies. Set them on fire. We got one more AP, so we're gonna... Yeah, if I can take this guy down. Oh, we can deal 11 to him now, so we'll do that. Now he's within kill range. He can hit for 16, so he can kill this one. This isn't a kill. Not bad. Got some Gatorman hide as well. Cool. Let's look at the table. Nothing. Oh, hello. It's Charles. He's in a cage. It's a cage with Charles in it. Talk to him. Charles!
Shh, they'll hear you. Oh, right. Boy, am I glad to see you, kid. Thought I was a goner. You're the adventuresome type and all. You know how to pick a lock?
Only with an appropriately shaped key.
Oh, you have to get it off their leader then. I think his room's down the other end of the hall. Okay, I'll be right back.
Let's go through this door first. Looks like a kitchen. It's a nasty pipe sticking out of the wall. Probably leads to the outside, but ugh, you'd rather fight a whole horde of gatormen than have to crawl through that thing because it smells terrible. Gatormen's dinner bell, ring it? Not yet. Even if gatormen bother to cook their meals, they probably don't cook them in an electric stove standing in 18 inches of water. This is a kitchen only in the sense that it's a place where food is prepared. There's nothing of value on the shelves, probably not even by gatorman standards. The remains of an awful, awful meal. See what's inside the fridge. The chain wasn't attached very well and the whole thing comes loose. We've got a refrigerator on a chain. I have no idea what that does. Let's try this door. Supply closet. What have we got? No, nasty things. Big rusty chemical barrel. Investigate. The barrel says chloroform, so that does the smell leaking out of it. Woof. Dump it out. I see what you're going for, and sure, filling the place with chloroform fumes would knock out all the guards, but it also knocked you out, and the water you're standing in is almost knee-deep. You can double-check your to-do list if you want, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't have drown scheduled for today. Oh yeah, okay. Shoebox is waterlogged. See if there's any shoes in it. We've got wide loafers. Widens your gait. Well, we've got to try that, haven't we? Oh yeah, this is the one. These are the shoes for me. Grab the chain. Link the rusty chain. Oh, we could fish in here, maybe. Wetlands Nasty Bass. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to fight these guys now. These gatormen are exercising and also blocking a way to whatever's at the end of the hall. Probably it's something important, because the end of the hall is important stuff usually is, right? Fight them. Revel in my malodor. I like that skill. Right, we're going to start with the cheese summon. I like being the cheese wizard. I think this is a really cool class. I don't know what the others are like, but this I'm enjoying it a lot. Abraca mozzarella. Hot damage. We can do 9, 9, 11, 12. Oh, I'll do 12 to him. I'll do 11 to him as well, actually. Another one would be fatal. This guy. We'll do 9 to him, he's got 15. Okay. Then we're going to smack this guy. We can do 11, so yeah, let's punch this guy. Let's flap slap that one. That was a big bite. Meat and some other stuff. I like this one. It's very silly, but I think that works. Ooh, that looks like a Gator King, maybe? Do you think this Gatorman's taste in books is as bad as everything else about them? Keeping the rust off your iron fist. Don't eat your henchmen. Tips for new rulers. Spot welding guide or ad hoc fortresses. Yeah, these are all pretty much what you'd expect, except there's one that seems interesting. Bones and how to crack them. Treatise on bone pain and how to maximize it in your victim. Let's have a look what that does. Oops, what am I doing? Never mind. Crack knuckles. Increase your mysticality by 3. Really? You skim through most of the really nasty parts, but you do learn a few things about Knuckles and that you're able to apply them in non-torture contexts. Okay, it's a skill. We could do it by 5 with a bit of extra XP. Is that what? That might be what I clicked. Okay, so the Gator King's in there. But we'll do that. Let's just have a look here. You found it! The least comfortable chair in the world. Real seat of power. Flush! It might have given us 100. It did. So let's learn that skill. Let's bump up that skill rather. There we go. So we can raise our mysticality by 5 in combat, which is pretty nice. Attach the chain we found. Climb down. Private property, scram! Come back here, you. What's this? I don't know what this object is, but oh wait, it's got blood all over it. It's an altar. Huh? Where'd he go? Weird pedestal. Touch it! Touch it! That do? Let's wait for one of these things to go past. I don't really know. Iserius, go away! What's this? Try to fix it, 6 mysticality. All of these blocks are clearly trying to move in a way that makes sense. They must have just got knocked out of alignment, realignment. You move the blocks around relative to each other until they start moving in a more satisfying pattern, assuming you're a person who thinks a smooth circular pattern is more satisfying than a judgery spark spewing chaos. Surely everybody's that kind of person. This has to be right. Yep. Ooh. Use it. Good grief, you wouldn't have fixed it if you known it was going to be so ungrateful. You got a perk, Ziggurat Power. You've been blasted with a bunch of ancient lasers and it has awakened the ancient laser power concealed in the mitochondria of your cells. We can use 3 additional combat items per round. Interesting. I don't use a lot of them, but maybe I'll start using more. I probably should. Don't know what those things do.
My warning, kill you.
What's this thing? Is this anything? Come back here, you. Is this some kind of ancient temple guardian or something? It's shooting at a bunch of tightly focused beams of light that science doesn't yet have a name for, which you can probably assume you don't want touching you. Destroy it. Ah, this is going to be alright. Sure. Yep, so let's use our sleaze damage. Let's actually do a couple of those. I'm going to use crack to get our mysticality up by 5. Going to boost our friends. I'm going to hit that with stench. 1 AP left, so let's do another round of sleaze to get rid of the other little ones. There we go, so we've got this box now. 23 physical damage. It's going to increase the mysticality of itself and all its laser buddies by 4. Well, you know, good luck, they're all dead. Oh, it's going to spawn more, is it? Well, why don't you just hit that thing as they summon them? Did I not summon my cheese guy? I think I'll do that now. Alright, let's hit this thing again. Yeah, let's just get rid of these little guys. I think, you know, this would be hard if we let them get all boosted up and swarmed, but luckily we've got lots of AP to deal with them. This should be a kill. You won! That's the last time that thing will do whatever it was doing. This probably controlled that weird shooty guardian device which you destroyed. No need to mess with that. You now.
You worst. I destroy. Goliath kill.
Well, he killed. Wow, geez, that thing really did a number on this guy. Search the puddle. You poke around in the mulch until you find something that looks more or less like an old iron key, except kind of blurry. It sizzles and twitches in your hand as you pick it up. This has to be the key Charles mentioned. You look at that hulking Goliath at the end of the hall. There doesn't seem to be anything beyond it, and it looks like it could squash you in an instant. Best go back and unlock Charles. Alright.
You found the key?
I think so. It's kind of weird, though.
Yeah, I don't like the look of that at all. I'll bet dollars to donuts that's the artifact we're looking for.
Couldn't possibly be the key to this random Gatorman cage in the middle of nowhere, then, could it?
Well, it might have been some kind of key-related powers. Normally I'd advise against using it, but I don't see any other way out of this mess.
Okay, here goes. Unlock the cage. The key shifts unpleasantly in your hand, buzzing and clicking through a jerky slideshow of shapes, as though searching for the particular slice of higher dimensional object that will fit this lock. When it finally finds the right one, it jerks forward in your hand and twists, and the lock clicks open. Your hand feels numb.
Thanks, Boring. Thought for sure my bacon was well and truly fried.
Don't mention it, Charles. Let's just get the heck out of this dump. With no further cause to stick around, apart from any unfinished side quests you might have, we can always come back for them later. You escort Charles back to town. Let's go.
Boring, you found the cursed artifact and brought Charles back home safely. I can't express how grateful I am. I don't know what we'd do without him. Thank you so much.
Oh, it wasn't nothing, you know.
Yeah, I get it. Don't forget to uncurse the thing before you go to bed. This key seems like it has power to open any lock. That could be extremely useful. Would it really be all that bad if I didn't uncurse it? Well, I'm not going to drag you into the machine and force you to do it, but yes, I don't actually know what would happen if you don't uncurse it, but I assume it would be pretty bad. Look, you uncursed all the other things, right?
Yes.
Great, so go ahead and uncurse this one too, okay?
Better safe than sorry. Alright. Seems especially dangerous. Maybe we should.
Oh, can I remove my Gaius? Hey Jessica, does this thing get rid of Gaiuses? The plural of goose is just geese. Why do you have geese? No geese, like a curse kind of. Oh, well, then sure, probably.
Do it.
Inside the contraption you feel a whoosh, a pop and a little pain, not unlike having your ears pierced. And indeed there's a spurt of pus that follows the procedure, although not from where you think the Gaius has gone. Good stuff. So that should have... yeah, my stuff's back up now. $92, yeah. So we'll do this one next, 150 XP, and then... oh, it's only 100, but, you know, material gathering. Meh, you know. I've got any effects on me. Food, I've got the potion, Boris's boon. Yeah, that all seems pretty good. Alright. Do the cursed key. The key jumps up to the roof of the dome and sticks there, shaking and keening, as the sound keys make, against the metal. The lights in the store whine, flicker, and then cut out completely. Dang it! Wait it out. Only when the power is out does the key calm down, give up the most odious part of itself to the machine, and drop back down on your lap. Light returns to the store. Fixed it! We had a spare light bulb under the cat. We got an uncursed key, plus 30% to item drops. The key's curse lingers in the machine. It is, itself, an arcane lock to be solved only by a projection of consciousness. Alright, the episode's going on fairly long, but let's do this and then end it. Hello.
I've assembled everyone just as you asked, Detective. The victim's wife, and the two men who were present in the passenger car at the time. I confess the truth of this murder continues to elude me, but no doubt you are soon to enlighten us with your great powers of deduction and observation.
May I inspect the body again?
No, that wouldn't be fair to the other passengers who haven't had a look yet.
I see.
But I will tell you again what I know. At 11:13 a.m., the professor dropped dead in his chair after sitting down with his wife for a cup of tea. At that time, Mrs. Ryu Kenshi and Mr. Andretti were the only other passengers present in this car. Mr. Perry returned later. The rest I leave to you to deduce, Detective.
11:13 a.m. Drop dead. Drinking tea. Right, okay. What's this? Nothing. Yumi Ryu Kenshi, the victim's wife. Interrogate. The widow Ryu Kenshi dabs her eyes with a handkerchief embroidered with the words mourning rags and wipes. A moment's privacy, please, Detective. I had nothing to do with my husband's death, and no reason to want him gone. He was a kind man and not a rich one. Everything he made he spent on the roulette tables. He owned over 700 of them. That's the largest collection in the world. We were travelling to Yorba Linda so the mayor could give my husband the key to the city, but that won't happen now. Detective mode. You deduced that you should make some observations. Sometimes the simplest answer is the correct one. She says she had no reason to wish her husband dead, but the chemical stain in her cuticles and the fingerprints on the window above, which she opened to dispose of the murder weapon, tell the tale more truly. The nose reveals even more. Observe the zigzag pattern of the medial cleft below the nostrils. It's called Petrie's philtrum, and it's a rare genetic condition she shares with Martin Perry, her son. Okay. Right, there's a chair there. Niccolo Andretti, a businessman. I told you, I'd never even heard of this man. I know Bergerworth College, of course, it's an excellent institution, but I didn't know he was a professor there. No, come on, let's not delay our journey further. I'm traveling with 19 suitcases of exotic rubber to make new and exciting wheels at the factory. You observe closely what you can deduce. Exotic rubber, eh? No doubt from the jungles of Almodovar, whose local brand of nicotine I can smell on his collar. Of course, the rubber plants of Almodovar don't just yield material for the bouncy tyres, but an odourless poison, lethal when drunk in hot tea. But why would this man abet the murder of a stranger? I suspect the answer lies on the resume on the table and the name printed on it. Martin Perry. The young man is absent-mindedly but methodically disassembling and reassembling a fountain pen.
He says, I said, yeah, the man was a professor of mine at Bergerworth College, and yeah, he gave me a C and a D. But there's no reason to kill a man, wouldn't you agree? Besides, at the time of his death, I was in the laboratory trying to figure out what all the bits and pieces do. The perfect alibi, wouldn't you agree?
He's right, a mere C and D are no reason to kill one's professor, but is that the whole story? Observe how the boy tinkers with the fountain pen in the train lavatory. He fancies himself a mechanic, but he wouldn't get a foot in the door of that profession if his C and D stood for car dunce. Nobody would be able to hire him, unless the professor who awarded those ignominious grades died. In this event, every grade he ever gave would be voided, and this young man could take a plum job in car manufacture and start earning the big bucks. Okay, what do I do now? Discuss.
Yes, Detective?
I've solved this murder.
It was never in doubt, Detective. Now tell us all what happened here.
The victim was poisoned by Martin Perry.
Hold on now, that's Claptrap, everybody. That's Claptrap.
Please, all will become clear. The victim was poisoned by Martin Perry with exotic poison from the Almodovar tree. To void his Cardance grade so he could make tyres for Mr. Andretti.
Preposterous. I give that an A for effort. Ha ha ha. Careful now, don't be a fool. You were gifted with great power. Great powers of deduction and observation. Make use of them.
Okay, that wasn't right. No, that's not how it happened. The victim was... Okay, poison's right. By Niccolo Andretti with Almodovar rubber. This one. No, cretino.
A grade A dunce detective.
Alright, hang on, let's take my leave. Let's look at the deductions again. I was going to say it was all of them, but it wasn't. Let's the first one. Okay. The victim was poisoned by Yumi using, don't know, arsenic to protect someone or something. Poisoned. I think it was Perry. Is it not that one? It feels like it should be that one. I think my hunch of everyone is correct, so we need to involve everyone in this murder. Discuss. The victim was poisoned by Yumi with special poison to void the Cardance grade and give him to make tyres for Mr. Andretti. Here we go. Young Martin Perry dreams of working on cars, and his fresh ideas excite Mr. Andretti, who runs a tyre factory. But Master Perry's professor has effectively blacklisted him as a Cardance, unemployable. What to do? Kill the professor, of course, and void that odious grade. Here the plot becomes most wretched. Master Perry's mother, Yumi Ryukenshi, marries the professor and arranges for him to be present on the very same train as Master Perry and Mr. Andretti, who supplies an undetectable poison administered by Miss Ryukenshi. Et voila. No more professor, no more Cardance. But there is one thing our three conspirators did not count on. Me. Pause for applause.
I'm not ashamed. Any parent, sir, would do the same. As would any manager seeking new talent with interesting ideas about attires. If you call someone a Cardance, you're branding them for life, and you're responsible for anything that happens next. How awful. Three of them together, innit? Three of them in it together. Tell you what, Detective, at the next stop, they could all get out and take the bus. Sick business. Quite so, but a wonderful feeling, I think, to be possessed of great gifts, great powers of deduction and observation, and use them. Here's another gift. Here's another gift, that is. Call it a reward. Take the ring. You got an item, mysterious owl ring. Nice ring, isn't it? Now look what rewards accrue to the powerful. Look how the world itself reveals itself at your touch.
I must take my leave. Okay, discuss. I've solved this murder. The victim was stabbed by a giant dog with a needle. Out of sick curiosity.
What? What are you doing, detective? You already solved the case. You were given great power and you used it. Don't you remember? Don't you remember the ring? You've been foolish now.
That's not how it happened. I shall tell the tale again. The victim was smushed by me with big feet out of lust.
You're a fool! A fool! I gave you great powers of deduction and observation. I gave you the power to bend back the skin of the world and sniff up its insides. How dare you waste it? You really want to live without this power? You really want to live in the dark?
Yes.
You're a fool, and I wouldn't sully that ring on the finger of a fool. Give it back now, you don't deserve it.
I uncurse you.
Zoop.
The key. 50% to item dropped. Yeah. Who's someone famous who gave up great power?
He's not famous, but my dad never eats more than he needs to at a buffet.
I don't remember where I read this, but there's a rumor that Anne Boleyn had access to a tank, but chose not to use it. No need, she said. You know who also had a tank? Walt Whitman. Interesting. Okay.
And it's gone on quite long, this episode, so I think we're going to leave it right here. So thanks very much for watching this episode of Shadows Over Loathing. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then please do hit the thumbs up button on the video. Let me know in the comments what you think about the game, and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so before, because that would be fantastic. And in the meantime, I hope to see you again for more. Bye for now.